Hey, let's talk about Congress today. Humans have evolved over time, but we certainly haven't changed very much. There's certainly among us the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the same can certainly be true about Congress. We have created a system, or allowed a system to evolve, that gives people in power, at least in our country, the ability and the right to make the rules. And they make the rules to suit themselves. The people in Congress, by and large, look out for themselves and have not shown any concern, any awareness, and basically don't seem to give a damn much about the people, us, the planet, and really the future, which is getting changed and getting screwed every single day. So, in order to fix this, Warren Buffett, who is a great investor and a philanthropist, has come up with 7 ideas to help fix Congress. So let me paraphrase them, but let me also use some notes here. So forgive me for that, so that I make sure I get them right and that you get them. Okay, so number 1 on his list is no tenure and no pension for Congress. They should work and they should earn just like the rest of us. Number 2, Congress should participate, and they must participate in Social Security, just like most of us do. All of their monies that they have in retirement, in their own special retirement, should be put into Social Security. They have robbed it of trillions of dollars over the years, and basically have robbed most of the people of their retirement because of that. If they were in the same system, I assure you that would not be the case. Okay, number 3, Congress should purchase their own retirement plan, just like the rest of us must. Right now, they don't. Number 4, Congress can no longer vote themselves a pay raise. That should be either up to the people or tagged to some sort of economic index. What a great thing it would be if each of one of us who works so hard, so often, could just give us the pay raise that we really deserve. Congress doesn't deserve it, and yet they get it. Okay, the next one. They should be in the same healthcare system as us. Same benefits, same opportunities, same choices, same conditions. If that were the case, guaranteed they would fix it and everybody would have health care then. Congress should abide by all the same rules that we do, and they don't. That should change. And then finally, all contracts with Congress should become null and void within a year, so that they have to find their own jobs. We get new people in there who really care. Because right now, I promise you that isn't the case. Every day, each and every one of us works so hard, and we're getting basically nothing in return. And what's more, our future is being mortgaged, and that's not only our future, but our heirs as well, what little there's going to be for them. So, when you come and you vote, keep all these things in mind and demand protection for yourself. Okay, and then while we're talking about Congress, let's just talk about my second topic for today, and that's hypocrisy. That's something that we face all the time in our daily lives for people who lie, cheat, and basically bend the rules and just are blind. So let me just give you some examples of the hypocrisy that goes on. You've seen and heard the great debate about the Second Amendment and guns. Okay, maybe in fact there's an extreme interpretation of a very simple, yes I know, a very simple amendment that about carrying guns, and that's debatable, okay? But let's just take that same ardor that we see for the Second Amendment, and let's just apply it to the whole Constitution instead of selectively, where you have people applying their beliefs to the laws instead of following the Constitution. The Constitution is secular, and the Constitution wants a secular government. Okay? But are people following that? No. They're choosing to do what they want based on their beliefs. People's beliefs belong in their home and in their church, not in the government, not in the laws. And those people who are so religious and so against the LGBT population, for instance, if they really don't like the laws that they're supposed to have in their jobs and apply in their jobs and enforce in their jobs, go get a job someplace else, not in the government. Let's look at another example of hypocrisy, and this is a really good one, or bad if you want. Look at the RNC and the convention last week and how they paraded out poor Mrs. Smith to talk about her son who was killed at Benghazi. And there's no doubt that Benghazi is a tragedy and it's a sad loss of the 4 people who lost their lives. But if these people are going to basically put her on display to talk about that, why not bring out the thousands of parents of the thousands of Americans that died in Iraq, or the thousands of parents of the thousands of Iraqis that died when we invaded Iraq? You got to remember that this is one of the great moments that has changed history, when we went in and created an immoral and illegitimate war based on something that was not true. And not only did it cost us trillions of dollars, but so many thousands of lives. That's a major part of hypocrisy. And then if you want to go full circle, let's go back to the Constitution and the fact that, go back to Florida and the election and all of the people who didn't get their votes counted. Well, you know, one of the basic tenets of our Constitution is that every adult gets 1 vote. But you know what? They took it to court. A lot of those votes didn't count. And instead of simply re-voting, they didn't count, the election changed, and hence history has changed. Hypocrisy came back to bite us. We allowed it to, and we need to fix, and we need to change that. It is in your hands. It is in my hands. You need to think. You need to be fair. And you need to worry about the future. Because the present is so insignificant compared to what the future of your children and their children and then everything else that is involved with us is going to face. Thank you very much.